Hello Libra, welcome to your June 2026 Tarot Forecast, brought to you by me, Kathleen Robertson of Karmaqueens. Let's have a go. So I'm mixing the cards. I think that's enough, so let's get them up on the table. And I'm going to shuffle them. One, two, put them up there. Let's have a look. So we're looking at the general influences that are going to be around you this June. And so we've got four cards that will actually show you what this could be. So we're looking at the Five of Cups upright. Now, this influence just means that for whatever reason, something that you've just recently done, perhaps, you are quite regretful of it. Maybe you're saying to yourself, well, I could have done this and I could have done that, and why didn't I? But the thing is that whatever it is that you're pondering over now, it's happened. So you can't change that fact. But what you can do is learn from it so that if anything similar happens in the future, you're well armed for the way that you would tackle it next time. So instead of using all that energy up to beat yourself up, why not draw a line under it and move forward and deal with what you really need to deal with in the course of June? Now, I've got the Empress around you. In the olden days, before we had contraception, it meant for a young woman the possibility of conceiving to have a child. But this day and age, because we have contraception, it means that you're hatching a plan. Okay. So this month in June could be the start of you putting out there something that you've been putting together as a plan for many, many months. And you're the guardian of it. You're the one that makes it happen. And the duration of that plan generally is nine. It's in nines. So it's 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months. But you are the guardian of the plan from the way that you conceive it to when it's born and out there in the universe. It's going to go well. She's upright. So whatever it is, just do what you're doing and get that out there. Now, you've also got the Four of Pentacles upright, which is a security card. Great. It means that financially, you're absolutely doing everything right and you feel comfortable and sure with everything that's going on with that. So that's a great thing. If it's taken to extreme, it can mean that you're playing it too safe, that you're concentrating on everything that you've got in your pot, but you're concentrating so much on that, you're not actually looking at the world around you and what opportunities could be there for you. So if you feel that you can, take a bit of a punt, something not huge, but take a little bit of a risk. That's what it's asking you to do if you want to grow more. Now, the next card is lovely. The Ten of Cups. Well, cups are all about feelings and emotions. And as you can see, there's a rainbow around that. Your life is great. And quite frankly, you wouldn't have it any other way this June. It's just fabulous. So enjoy it. It's there for you. So let's move on from that and go on to relationships. So we've got two cards coming in. So what I see here is that whatever it is that you're working on in a relationship. Now, it can be work, it can be friendships, it can be family, and it can be intimate relationships. But the thing is that it's hard work. When you get the Six of Rods reverse, it's a harder effort that's required to get that on track. than you thought it would be initially. So there's a lot of complications around that relationship that you're figuring out as you're moving down the road in June with it. You'll get there, but it takes time to get the complexities of that relationship sorted and just take it one step at a time if you can. Now, I've got the King of Swords around you. Now, it has several meanings in relationships. The King of Swords can be somebody that comes in that's older than you because you're classified as a queen whenever this reading is done, whether you're a man or a woman. And somebody older comes into the relationship and they are very, very analytical. They're very good at talking. They're very black and white people. I mean that by whatever they see, it's one or it is or it isn't. They don't have any grey areas in their life. And sometimes they can be quite bombastic, kind of really getting into your face because they don't know of any boundaries. They don't have that emotional maturity that you have. And so they can be a little bit grating when you're dealing with them. Another interpretation of the King of Swords coming into a relationship upright can be that you're asking for an advisor to come in and assist you. So, could it be relationship counseling or something coming in? The advisor is paid, they do their job, and then they're out of here. So maybe it's some advisor comes in to help negotiate with the relationship. And remember, it doesn't just have to be counseling, it can be an advisor in your job or your work, that kind of thing. The last thing, or not the last thing, but the next thing is I'm going to have a look at money that surrounds you. Okay, so I've got your Queen of Cups. Well, literally, what she's saying to you is you are doing absolutely fine. Everything that you're doing is there. You're comfortable with your money situation and you're happy with it. And you're very nurturing with it as well, which means that you help anybody that needs that help to help them along financially this month. The Three of Pentacles reversed is just suggesting that financially you're not going to get anybody coming in and joining schemes that are financial schemes, because this is about people looking after their own priorities. So if you're in a group situation, for instance, and you all decide that you want to go off on something and do something like a day trip, don't be surprised if it doesn't go off the ground because each one of those individuals is trying to deal with their financial situation independently of you, and they may not be engaging or helping with that group expedition. So if there's anything that's planned with groups, I would say, yeah, don't even go there. Don't even start it. People are not financially able to cooperate with that situation this month. And the last thing that I want to look at is challenges. So we've got another queen coming out at you for challenges. And so the Queen of Swords, because she's a challenge, means that you are going to be working alone in some aspects this month. And you never intended to be doing that alone, by the way. But for whatever happens, you are going to be doing it alone. But they want you to know that don't let it stop you doing what you intended to be doing because you're absolutely got all the skill sets to get that thing done without anybody else's help. You will be angry and you'll be vengeful because somebody really let you down, just like they did at the beginning of this reading when I had one of those around. It's suggesting that you will get on and do it. The Page of Rods reversed is suggesting that one of your challenges, I got the Queen of Cups, which is very much reminiscent of somebody financially when she's around them who gives because she has the compassion to give. But this is a warning card. You can't fix them. In other words, by giving somebody money that keeps coming back and back and back for it, you're enabling them to feed whatever that habit is that they are pursuing. And you can't fix that. Only they can fix that. So if there is a situation, which I think there might be, where you're giving them something because they're desperate for it, you've got to say no, because they are the ones that need to understand that they are responsible for their life. And if they want to keep doing that, then they need to find the resource themselves to do it or just simply change. I know it's a hard ask, but it's asking you to understand that you alone can't fix them. They have to be in a place emotionally themselves to fix themselves. So that's part of the reading, if you like, that I've been using the tarot cards for. But I just want to talk a little bit about me and what I do. Now, I have been doing this for over 30 years, been online since 2009, and I have a website called fivetarot.co.uk. And that's where you can find bookings for Zoom reading, which is the same platform as I've got today. I do telephone readings on the landlines in the UK or through WhatsApp around the world or in the UK. And I do face-to-face readings here in Edinburgh and Scotland. It's all bookable on a system that I have on my website, so you can look at the day that you want, click and book the time. It triggers me then to send you an email with a request for payment, which is by PayPal. And you don't have to be a member of PayPal. You can pay on your debit or credit card. Or in the UK, if you want to pay by bank transfer, you can do that as well. At the end of your reading, I send you an MP3 so that you can play that recording again and again, which is very useful for those that need reminding of what's been said. And finally, I also do email readings, which are there for people who don't really want to interact with me on a face-to-face basis. They can book their reading, and again, I get in contact with them and ask them to clarify their questions, etc. Then they have their reading sent to them in the written format through a PDF and a magazine app, which is solely designed for them. And they open it up and they can read it. And it's secure because it's got a password protect system on it for them. And finally, if you don't want to do any of that, I would hope that you would click on my subscribe button on my YouTube channel, Karmaqueens Scotland, to help me out because I'm a sole operator. There we go. So let's move on to the next part of the reading. And this time I'm going to be using crystal angel cards to see what the universe has for you. Right, just get these together. And shuffle it once, and let's just see what the card is that they're going to bring you. Oh, they're bringing you something called malachite, and it's all about prosperity. And there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. I've got to say about prosperity, generally, we think it's to do with money, which for sure it is, but it's also to do with prosperity in thoughts and ideas and abundance coming your way in other areas other than prosperity and monetary values. So you've got things coming to you this month that are really going to enrich your life. And finally, let's have a look at these yin yang cards. I like using these. I mean, it's only been a new thing that I've been using them for, but it helps us understand any blockages that we've got in our yin and yang to help mend those with our chakras. So I'm mixing the cards. And I just give it one. And let's just see. Right. So they're giving us with something called maiden difficulties, card number 54. It's saying it's not the happiest period of your life, no freedom of action, no joy and satisfaction. You will have to sacrifice your desires for the sake of duty or simply follow someone else's will. Do not allow your soul to be trampled upon. And I see here where the chakras are actually broken. I think what this is trying to say is whatever it is that you're doing this month, don't do it to satisfy other people. That balance is really important for you to satisfy your needs as well. And sometimes we just don't understand that we need to do that in our life. So have a thought on that. And hopefully you've enjoyed this reading. So that's me, Kathleen Robinson. Until the next time, take care.